Look at my outfit right now.
That's because it's freaking freezing.
Oh my god, my butt and legs is sore.
Oh, so sore.
We haven't done this forever. All right, who's gonna go first? We haven't even started yet.
Let's.
What's up, everybody? Oh man, the camera's crooked.
It's fine.
I can't be bothered. We're back. It's been forever, ever. Forever? What is that from? Forever?
A song from high school.
I don't know what song. Anyway.
I'll think of it.
Yeah. We've had some weeks. It's been busy. We've had state and divisional track meets. We went to a graduation party last night. We have another one tonight because people are graduating and it's weird and Sarah's having a hard time with it.
No, I'm not. I'm tough. I told Henry I would be a grown-up.
Good.
So I'm working on it.
It's been super busy. And then the weather's been weird here. It's gone from like 85 to, as you can tell today with
freezing.
My outfit, I have many layers on. It's freezing. So it's been weird. But we're back. And yeah, we have some more cool stuff to share with you as per usual. You want to go first?
No.
This is the Matchbook.
I want you to go.
We do cool stuff. And Sarah's also been baking like 1,000 billion things, which is great.
Yeah.
Her oven just needs to get here. So if you're watching, Rackmaster, let's go.
Come on.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, my number one, it's very simple.
Okay.
I worked my butt off redesigning the entire chasersofthelight.com website because we realized we have like no jobs for next year, which is super weird and rare. And I don't know what's going on. And I think it's probably algorithmically based, probably inflation based. People aren't wanting to spend money. But people are still getting married and we can adjust our prices accordingly sometimes to like help people make that happen.
So we just need to find those people.
We just need to find those people. So, so our website, chasersofthelight.com, I spent a long, long time redesigning it so it finally looks professional. You can see our wedding photography, our senior photos, our travel photos, our client work, like with commercial stuff, family photos. You can contact us super easy. Our Chasers shop is on there. It's awesome. And I spent a long time doing it, and it actually shows that we're pretty damn good at what we do. And it was fun actually going back through and realizing how good we are at what we do because we've been doing it for a long time. But yeah, go check it out. I just think it's cool. So that was my thing because I worked really hard on it.
Good. You should have.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have shared that.
I should have worked really hard on it.
And you did work really hard.
Also, my tea's like cold now and it's...
Oh, I don't even have a cup of tea. I need another one. Clearly.
All right, go.
Okay. Let's see. My first one that I'm going to talk about is an article called The Healing Power of Play, which you were good at. But it basically was talking about how we get so busy and grown up that we don't play anymore. So I was trying to think of ways that we do that in our lives, and the number one thing that came to my mind was our e-bikes.
Oh, absolutely.
And they weren't the crazy expensive ones. No. They were still expensive, but it was probably the best thing we ever bought.
Yeah.
I just wish it would be warm enough to ride them again. But they literally make you feel like a little kid again.
They really do.
And I can't think of anything else in our lives that bring me that feeling as easily as our e-bikes.
That's a good call.
So I just thought I don't know if I guess we could share our e-bikes and our...
yeah, we can. And they always do really big sales on those.
Fun. They're so fun. And I'm sure lots of people are like, oh God, e-bikes, they're not real bikes. But I don't even care. They are so much fun. It really feels like you're a little kid again, just like riding on the streets with your friends because it doesn't feel so hard and exhausting.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of the people who judge those too are people who don't live in Montana, where literally to go to the grocery store, it's like 900 or 1,000 feet of elevation gain to go to the grocery store. So like whoever says that they're not real bikes, come here and then ride your bike around Helena for a week and see how you feel. You'll change your tune.
It's so fun. And we've been delivering bread on our e-bikes.
And it's way better for the environment.
My very favorite thing in the world. Yeah. So I just need it to warm up so we can deliver on our bikes again. And Tyler made me a cute safety flag for my bike.
I'll share that.
It says Riff Raff.
That's what I'll share.
I love it so much. So yeah,
I think
it's a very, very short article.
I think play is super underrated. And I think you can...
It doesn't have to be board games.
No, well, I hate board games.
I know.
I think we play all the time just in our lives. We like gamify the stupidest things.
You do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you have to do things anyways, you have two choices on how you do them. You either do them boringly or you make it a fun game. And then you're still doing the thing, but it's way more entertaining.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. All right. My number 2. Actually, one of you, dear readers, shared this. I think it was Heather that shared it.
Yeah.
It's called Ancient Autism. And so I did a post just last Sunday about asking the question, is neurodiversity an evolutionary leap? Because I think that it is. I think it's like eventually it's going to change everything. And apparently I'm right, because apparently it has been changing things. So it's basically this idea, and it's a proven theory now. They have evidence behind it that over 100,000 years ago, there were autistic people in the communities, obviously, because it hasn't gone anywhere. And that they were championed in those communities. Like they were very, very important because they had skills and abilities that the neurotypical people didn't have. And those skills and abilities would help their communities thrive. I mean, like there was stories about like a reindeer herder who had 2,600 reindeer, and he could remember like everything, ancestry to health stuff of all 2,600 reindeer and tell them all apart, categorically.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, so they're even thinking that these people have also shaped human evolution because of their unique skills. And I just think that's amazing. And the other thing that I was going to say, too, that you can just tell that, like, we have no idea what was going on back then. Did you know that they just discovered that over 4,000 years ago, Egyptians were doing surgery to remove cancer from people?
What?
Yeah, Egyptians had cancer surgery 4,000 years ago. It's like... Because they found evidence of surgical removals of cancer.
But how did they even know what
I know
was cancer?
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's some weird stuff. So anyways, yeah, it's about ancient autism. If you haven't read last week's Signal Fire, go do that. And then you can enter this conversation. But yeah, I love the idea that also it makes me sad because it shows that we've gone backwards in a lot of ways. Because if there was a long period of time when neurodiversity was championed because of how valuable it was, that has completely gone away. And and now
I feel like it's starting to come back around.
That's why we have to just keep the conversations going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks, Heather, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so my next one, I think I'll do a recipe.
Ooh.
Everyone in my house thinks it's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, I know.
Except for me. So maybe you all will think it's disgusting too, but I love it.
It probably doesn't taste disgusting. It just looks disgusting.
So good. And it is definitely not like a new thing. I feel like it's one of those things that was like super popular for a long time and I never tried it. And so now I'm way behind. It's like Montana. I'm way behind the curve. But chia pudding is so delicious.
I don't feel like that's I'm sure people have been eating it for a long time, but I don't feel like there was like a popular time for that.
No, I feel like there was.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like there was.
After looking at it.
If you love tapioca pudding.
Tapioca. If you love tapioca.
With your mandarin oranges.
You can put some mandarin oranges in your tapioca and you'll just love it.
I'm tired.
I don't know.
Anyway, I put berries in it and whipped cream for dessert, and it's so amazing.
It just looks like, what's that stuff? Caviar. It looks like caviar.
Yeah.
Looks like roe.
Yeah, like in milk.
Do you put roe on a bagel?
I do not.
But people do. Is that what it is? Or no,
lox.
What is lox? What's lox?
Smoked salmon.
Ugh. Okay. Wait, no, that's like orange.
Huh?
Isn't that like orange colored?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the little egg things.
That's roe.
Do they put them on bagels? Probably not. That'd be expensive
I don't
bagel.
think so. But maybe. Whatever. I don't know. Okay, so I'll share the recipe for those of you
And we'll share a delightful photo of it.
No, not of mine.
Yeah, like just on your in your mouth.
No. It does not look good.
No.
It does not look appetizing.
No.
It doesn't feel appetizing to a lot of people, I'm sure. But I love it.
Well, good. Okay. My number 3 is a television show. A single episode of a television show, actually. So we're a few episodes into the newest season of Doctor Who with Ncuti Gatwa. And the first 2 episodes, I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh God, Disney.
I liked the Space Babies one.
It was okay.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but I just was kind of like, oh man, Disney has gotten a hold of this and now we're in big trouble. And then the second episode was just so over the top that I just wasn't, it never felt like Doctor Who has felt. And I've watched every episode of Doctor Who probably 10 times. And I just was worried. I was like, oh man, this doesn't feel right. And then episode, whatever it was, 3 came along, or 4. And that was called Boom. And that one blew my mind. But then the next episode came called 73 Yards. And it was like, it reminded me of the Sally Sparrow episode. And it felt like a ghost story. And it was just so
good,
ambiguous and haunting.
And smart.
And they took a huge risk that I won't spoil, but it paid off. And I read that was the first episode that they filmed.
Whoa.
She was 18 when they filmed that. And she was brand new, hadn't been in the role yet. And they said, you have to do this whole episode.
Wow.
And she freaking smashed it.
She nailed it.
Really so yeah, it's called 73 Yards, but you need to watch the other ones obviously first. But yeah, it was just really good. Like, I feel like people are going to be talking about that one for a long time.
Yeah, it's one that like I feel like I'll think about a lot.
Yeah, well, and wonder about.
Sticks with you.
Yeah. So 73 Yards. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, I'll do a schmovie.
A schmovie?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so first of all, it was a book first, which most, a lot are. Mm-hmm. And if you have not read the book, don't watch the movie. Go read the book first. Okay. Because the book is, as usual, 10 times better than the movie. But we just watched the movie working out the other day, and it was such a feel-good.
It was.
Missing a lot of the depth that the book had.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I haven't read the book.
That's why you need to read
the
now it's too late. But
well, no, it's not.
Before you watch the movie, read the book. It's called The Boys in the Boat, and it's a true story about the University of Washington crew team going to the Berlin Olympics, and it is incredible. The book really is incredible. The movie is...
I love the movie. It was kind of weird, though. I just felt like there was no... Like, usually a movie goes like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely
and it was just this.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Which is actually kind of nice.
I know. It was.
Like
especially this week or this month.
You just didn't,
we needed just like a happy, feel good, like goosebumps.
I agree.
Ew, Gilly.
He's all wet. His beard's all wet.
So anyway, Boys in the Boat. Read the book and then watch the feel-good movie because it's great. And sometimes we just need like a feel-good Disney-ish movie. Totally true story, even better. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of feel-good, and sometimes we just need feel-good things. Here's one. Add this to our future travel stop.
Okay.
It is called the Gyermekvasút. It is in Budapest, Hungary.
Okay.
It is a railway that is 7 miles long.
Okay.
It's called the Budapest Children's Railway. The entire thing, with the exception of the engineer driver, because that's illegal, but every other job, detail, everything, it is run by children aged 10 to 14. The ticket office, the signal switchers, the track switchers, every job is done by kids aged 10 to 14.
Why?
Because it's the children's railway.
That's amazing.
It's called the Gyermekvasút. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't speak Hungarian. But you get on it, and it takes you on a 7-mile journey, and literally every job is done by kids. Except
Fun.
the only person you don't see is the train driver, but he has to be a grown-up.
Right.
Or she.
That's good.
Every other job is done by kids. So, like, when you go to do your tickets, there's a kid. When
Fun.
you go to, like, get on board, there's the guy checking you. Everything is done by kids. And it's a full-size... It's not like a little kid, like, little dinky railway.
Yeah,
and it takes you through the Hungarian countryside. And it's 7 miles long. And I just think that would be so funny and fun to do.
That would be amazing.
And I just love that there's weird crap like that in the world where you're like... What are you guys going to do when you're in Budapest? And you're like, I don't know, go to the Geyer Megfacet and ride on the children's railway.
That's awesome.
I just think it's awesome. It's like another one of those little random feel-goods.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of travel.
Okay.
There's not an article or anything for this one. It's just something that I've decided in my mind that we're going to do. I'm going to do. I mean, and you'll be with me, so you'll have to do it too. Okay, so now that I have Riff Raff, and it's doing really well, and it's so much fun, I've decided that every time we travel somewhere, it doesn't matter if it's like 30 minutes away from home or Northern Ireland, like we're going to, I'm going to research the best bakeries in the area and on our route, and that will be like, because I do think one of the articles I just read was about like how to travel better. Yeah. And one of the things was making sure that you get as local as possible. Sure. And so one of the fun and delicious ways of doing that will be to find like cool little bakeries along the way. And even if it's like a 10-minute detour.
Yeah, we'll still take it.
So that's what I'm finding bakeries in Northern Ireland for our trip.
So when we do that, is the rule that you're going to like buy something from there?
Heck
I mean, I don't mean food wise, because those will be eaten and gone.
Right.
I mean, like, do you want to collect like
I would love
a shirt or a
I don't know about
or a
shirts
hat or
something would be
something
fun.
from the bakery.
But mostly like to taste the food, obviously, and get ideas.
Sure.
And just to, I don't know, be in that environment of the bakery.
Yeah, and telling them that you own your own bakery.
Yeah. I decided that that'll be something I would love to do in our travels. So I have a list of bakeries in Northern Ireland, and I'm starting to like, there's a ton in Belfast. So we're going to have to figure out if anyone of you lives in Belfast or knows someone who lives in Belfast. Or Derry. Yes.
Those are the two areas that we don't like. Driving in and stuff in there is going to be a little tougher. So if anybody lives in Derry or in Belfast that would like to hang out for a day, or even just a little few hours and hang out and like show us around and show us what we shouldn't miss, we'll be there. I don't know the exact dates, but
like in a week.
Yeah, it's like between June 8th and June 10th maybe, or 9th. We'll look. It's somewhere between June 7th and 11th. So if you're in or know anyone in or around Londonderry, but just Derry, or Belfast, let us know, because we would love to hang out and meet up and not be lost.
Yes.
Cool. I like that idea.
All right. Good. I know you don't love eating baked goods,
but
you
that'll
will
be
for me.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay.
All right. My final one. It is an article. 17 unwritten rules that make the world better for everybody. Oh. And so they did like a big article poll where they asked all these different people, like, what are unwritten rules that you think everyone should live by that makes the world a better place? Okay. And there's 17 of them, but 2 of them were simple ones, but like assume benign intent. I think I champion that one all the time. I'm always like, don't always assume that I'm doing something or meaning something mean, because I never am.
Yes, but sometimes you need to think about that for
I know.
People.
That's why I wrote it. And then number 2, obviously, like, always don't cheat. Let vehicles merge in. Just do that. Yeah. So in the comments, I want everybody else to say what they think should be unwritten rules. Mm-hmm. There's 3 that I was just randomly thinking of when I was putting the list together that I think should be. Always put your carts away.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just always do that, because you could hurt someone's car if you don't. It's annoying for the person that has to work for like minimum wage to go fix them. And I just think there's a level of arrogance there that just is like, my problems are not my problems.
Yeah.
They're your problems.
Yeah.
So do that. Always wave to people who let you like cross the street or merge into traffic. Just it takes this long to go like that, and it shows the people that you appreciate it. And then this is a big one. No speaker phones in public.
Oh my gosh.
That should just be a law. Because like every time we travel and every time we go anywhere, there's just people talking into their speaker phones like this. And they don't understand that, one, they can't hear as well. And two, we don't need to hear that.
There's a guy speaking of bakeries, in Grist Bakery in Missoula, and my mom and I were in there on our way to Kalispell, and he was on speakerphone in the middle. It was so loud in there, and he's on speakerphone and he's yelling and he's trying to hear it, and I don't understand that.
Why do they think I know?
To hear if it's on speakerphone and it's away. I don't understand that.
If you're old
Tyler.
And do that, well, it's only old people that do that.
No, it's not.
Pretty much.
But mostly.
If you're an old
Mostly
person who
men.
does that, this is a no judgment zone. Educate us as to why that's easier than just putting your phone up to your quiet ear, because I would feel like if your phone is here and the sound has to transfer through air and other sounds to get to here, that would be much harder than like.
I hate speakerphone anytime
because
I feel like I can't.
Yeah. So if you do that,
I like that. I like the.
Yeah. So
the
what do you have any that you would add? Like, what would be one of your unwritten rules that you would say?
I mean, super simple, but like, look people in the eyes and smile and wave if you're passing them.
That's true.
Like walking.
Yeah.
Or like.
You make fun of me for that when we're traveling.
I love it. No, I love it. I don't make fun of you. I mean, you're very enthusiastic when you do it, and I love that. Okay, I just have one more that I won't talk about much because I'm not far into it. But the book I'm reading is called Eureka Street.
Oh, yeah.
And it's set in Northern Ireland. And it's just kind of like, I don't know if any of you have seen Brassic. If you haven't, again, we'll remind you.
I know, please.
Go watch Brassic. It kind of has that feel. It's sort of like, I don't know, people, I think they're probably in their 20s. They're living in Belfast during the Troubles and the bombings. And so it's sad, but it's also, they're just talking about their normal lives, and it's kind of sweet. And yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really good so far. But I'm only like 10%
Street.
in, so it could go sideways, and it might be
but
terrible.
So far,
I love it.
Perfect. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked at this on my scratch paper, and I realized here's another thing we could both add. We both got new tattoos the other day with our dearest friend Jamie, for two reasons. One, obviously, for Sarah's Bakery, and then two, also because before it was even a bakery, it was an ideal. And one that we have always felt like. And we got these. I don't know if you can see this. We got riffraff tattoos.
Show your hands.
Mine are here. Riffraff. Sarah's on her forearm. And we got those because for the longest time, we have realized and recognized and celebrated that we are the riffraff.
Speaking of,
we're going to be making shirts and hats. And the shirts are incredible. On the front, they have a little logo for her bakery, tiny on the chest. But on the back, in big old proud letters, they say, "We are the riffraff." And
the hats, we think are just going to say riffraff.
Yep, hats will say riffraff.
And then someone asked about canvas bags, so we might
look into that. That would not be hard to do.
Add those in, because it would be
because once
fun.
we have our screens, we can do anything we want. Mm-hmm. But that will be a way that if you want to be part of the riffraff, we're going to figure out a way to make those so that they can be, and we could even do that through like Bonfire, so that it's like print on demand. We're not having to monkey with stuff. So we can even do that right away. Mm-hmm. So we might do that right away. So if you want some riffraff goodies, those will be coming soon. It's a way you could support the bakery from afar until we figure out if we can ever ship bread, which I don't know.
I think maybe it'll just be a matter of me bringing some with me when we travel.
Yeah.
And we can meet up with people and
that's true.
Give them bread and cookies.
Are you allowed to fly with that?
Why wouldn't you be
like a whole loaf of bread?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. Like you can't fly with peanut butter.
But bread isn't a liquid or a paste or a
I know, but sometimes they don't let, like when we went to the Dominican Republic, they took all of our food.
Well, I wasn't going to take it to the Dominican
Well,
Republic.
what if other places take it too?
Well, I mean, I was thinking more like Colorado.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't think they'll take it from us.
You never know.
There, but maybe.
Maybe they'll be so mad that your baked goods are better than their baked goods.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah. Ooh, I just thought of it. That's the song. I am for real.
Is it?
Never meant to make.
But where does it say for? I know. Is it that song?
I think so. Forever, ever.
Oh yeah, that is him. Andre 3000. Is it 3000?
I have no idea.
Andre 3000. Anyways, okay. We love you, Bill. If you're in Northern Ireland, we would love to meet up and hang out and say hi. We're also gonna just be announcing wherever we're going this summer, just so we can hang out with more people. I know we're going to Colorado Springs. I know we're going to Denver.
Rancho Cucamonga.
I know we're going to Rancho Cucamonga soon. Yes. Like in end of June. I know we're going to Minneapolis. I know we're going to Indianapolis. I know we're going to... Where else? Like Polson, Montana. Yeah. On the way through, we should stop and get our tintype portraits taken in Missoula that day.
Ooh, fun.
Except for we're shooting away that day.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
We love you all.
We love you a million trillions. And we'll see you soon, probably. Probably after Ireland, because we have a lot going on between now and... We leave in 6 days. Jiminy.
And we have 3 bake days.
3 bake days and...
graduation parties and 2 photo shoots.
And I have to write a poem about Taylor Swift for a to-be-announced project later, which is going to be so... That can't break. So weird. So, yeah.
Okay, we need to wrap it up.
All right, we love you. Holy moly.
Oh, okay.